Hello everybody, this is Miko again. This is day 3 of my 28-day live stream challenge. So today we're going to talk about how incredibly successful people think. So over the last 2 days, I've been telling you I am a #1 best-selling author, Amazon book entitled How a Postage Stamp Saved My Life, 21 Powerful Tips to Defeat Depression, Skyrocket Your Self-Confidence, and Achieve Your Goals. And I'm just talking to you about some of the things that helped me come from a place of being suicidal to where I am today, and my journey to financial freedom. So today we're going to talk about, once again, how incredibly successful people think. And before we start, I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and I want you to think, if you agree with it or you disagree with it. So one is, I wish I had fewer problems in life. Would you agree with that or would you disagree? Second one is, I wish I didn't have to struggle so much in life. Do you agree with that or do you disagree? Third one is, I wish I had the opportunities that other people have. Do you agree with that or do you disagree with that? Well, depending on what you said, that's what we're going to talk about today. And one thing, we're going to talk about three different people. The first person we're going to talk about is Abraham Lincoln. But before we get to that, some of you might know that instead of wishing, there was a quote by Jim Rohn. He said, stop wishing things were easier for you. Stop wishing things were better for you. He said, make things better. Don't just wish something, but actually make it better. And he said, too, the only way that we really grow in life is through obstacles, through challenges. Because when we go through obstacles and we go through challenges, it actually makes us better people. It reinforces and it helps us to build stronger muscles that we didn't have prior to the bad experience that we go through. And then too, there's a Bible text that says iron sharpens iron. So as we get better through our challenges, we're able to help other people, and we're able to see that, I can defeat anything. Like, challenges are not something that I'm afraid of. It's something that I'm going to stand up to. I'm going to overcome it. So the first person is actually Abraham Lincoln. He actually gave his life was very it was very informative. He was actually born into poverty. He struggled. He had so many setbacks in life. His mother died when he was very young, which I'm sure was just devastating to him, because when my mom died, I was an adult, but it was still very devastating to me. And it talks about how he went into debt. He had so much debt, and he struggled to pay it all back. And he actually ran for office, didn't get chosen. And then one of the last things that happened to him before he turned it all around was that his fiance died, and that prompted a nervous breakdown. Okay, can anybody relate to that? So, but through all that, Lincoln never gave up. And so he reminds me of a postage stamp, because a postage stamp never gives up. It always reaches its destination. It never stops. It always continues to fight and to go forward. And that's why I love the postage stamp so much, because it never ever wavers. It gets to his destination. So Lincoln, he failed so many different times. Like, he had so much heartache, but still he kept moving forward. And so that's what we need to do today. Whatever problems we have, whatever setbacks, we need to keep moving forward, because that's the only way we're going to triumph, and that's the only way that we're going to get better. Now, The second question I asked was that I said, I wish I didn't have to struggle so much in life. So if anybody said yes to that, then the person that I want you to reflect on is the second person we're going to talk about, which is Helen Keller. Oh my goodness. Talk about someone who had to overcome struggles in her life. Like, can you imagine not being able to see? Can you imagine not being able to hear at the same time, but to still triumph and be this like amazing person that she was? Born deaf and blind, she never gave up. In fact, I like these words. She said, "The world is full of suffering. It is also full of the overcoming it." So yeah, we all struggle. She struggled, but she overcame it. And if she can overcome it, then we can overcome it. No matter what it is that we're going through life, then there's always a new day. And one of the things that one of my online mentors, Brenda Burchard, he says that incredibly successful people make it their job to go and learn what they don't know. So whatever it is that you're struggling with, go out there and learn how to make it better. There's always a book, there's always an audio tape, there's always somebody who has gone through what you're going through, and you can learn from them by going to the library, going to read books. That's what I had to do. I had to overcome my own negative thinking, and one way I did that was to read voraciously. I read like you would not believe, and even today, when I get into my car, I do not listen to the radio. I listen to audiobooks, books that are going to help me succeed, books that are going to help me to think positive, books that are going to help me to help myself so that I can be the person that I know that I was meant to be. So yes. And then I want you to think about, name one successful person who hasn't struggled. Like all of us, anybody in the entertainment world or everybody has struggles. So the fact we can overcome them, we can. Helen Keller, keep her in the back of your mind. I mean, she was an amazing person, and she couldn't see or hear. But she still kept going. So, if you feel that you have too many struggles, no, you can overcome it. You can get better. And number 3, I asked you, I wish I had the opportunities that other people have. Now, how did you answer that question? Well, there are only 2 ways in which change happens in our life. And one of my online mentor, Brenda Broussard, he says, either you create something new in your life, or something new will come to you without you having to work for it. And a lot of us know that, things just don't come to us if we don't work for it. So we have to work for it. We have to create something new. And that's how incredibly successful people think. They don't wait around for things to fall in their lap. They go out and they make it happen. And the person I want you to think about is Thomas Edison. Like, where would we be if he didn't keep going? Like, you can see me right now because I have light on, and the light is the light bulb that he invented. So he did not give up. It's been estimated that he tried 1,000 different ways to make the light bulb happen. Okay, so if you're trying to start an online business, have you tried 1,000 different ways to make it work? Or have you tried 1 or 2 ways and then you said, okay, you know what, it's not working? Edison kept going. He tried 1,000 ways. And I like the way he put it. He didn't say that he failed 1,000 times. He said that he found 999 different ways it didn't work. And the one way that actually did. He kept positive. He did not give in to haters or people trying to discourage him. He kept going. He is the man that we need to look at when we think about, you know what, I don't have opportunities. He didn't have the opportunities. He created the opportunity. So we can do the exact same thing. So when you're feeling down, think of Abraham Lincoln. He had setbacks. He never gave up. He kept going. Think of Helen Keller, born blind and deaf, kept going, did not stop. And think of Thomas Edison. 1,000 ways he kept trying. He did not give up. So you, my friend, do not give up. You have what it takes to be the person you were meant to be. So keep going! All right, you guys. I will see you tomorrow and we'll talk about another topic. All right. So I'll talk to you later. And there is going to be a link in the bio because I am supporting this online webinar called Bot Academy. I'm actually in the class right now. Mixer G's Andrew Warner is the host of this free webinar that's going to happen on February the 12th. So please sign up. You definitely won't be disappointed because he's talking about chatbots and Facebook Messenger and how, oh my goodness, this thing is about to explode even more because all of us heard the announcement by Mark Zuckerberg how he's going to merge Messenger and Instagram and WhatsApp. So Messenger is something that you cannot sleep on. Sign up for this particular free training because you will not be disappointed. All right, signing off. I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.